Hey, what's up, my bro tees? We're back at it again with another reaction video. This time we're reacting to H3H3 goes after Fresh and Fit with fake Me Too claims. So basically, last night it looks like, or I'm not sure when this shut this podcast, Ethan, or better known as H3H3, but basically a girl from like this January or last January of this year that went on the Fresh and Fit podcast. She's claiming that she was SA'd by Myron Gaines. A lot of girls make all crazy type of claims, especially against Myron or just against men in general. Which is a shame because there's like actual girls out there, like serious victims that go through serious things. But when she goes on, people podcasts like such as H3H3 and make these ridiculous claims, stating that, and she doesn't have any factual evidence to back it up. Then you have people like this guy here, going along with it, saying, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I feel so sorry for you to go through this. It's like, why there was never a police report? Why are you coming on to a podcast knowing that it will be, televised to the public, through YouTube and things like that, right? And making entertainment out of it. Then when I think at one point, he even brought up like, I think he asked, like, hey, did he SA you or whatever? She's like, oh, I don't want to go all the way that far. But she wants you to jump in a conclusion that what happened. So it's like, why are you there in the first place? Like, I don't get that. Like, it's just a shame that she using this platform to abuse it is going to work against her and other females who are actually in serious, situations like this. But, yeah, Myron, yeah, he cleared his name. If you guys, of course, I think everybody know who Fresh and Fit is, go ahead and watch his podcast last night. They literally, from last night, excuse me, it was like 6 hours long. Like, he broke down line by line, lie by lie. He broke down the text. Everything's broken down. So, there's nothing to believe or not to believe. It's like, he's just presenting his evidence. Then you guys can take it from there. I mean, if you just use common sense to look at his evidence, there's no way you could have believed Myron Gaines is not telling the truth. Like, just the scenario, the situation that happens, it makes sense. He picked you up from a nightclub. You were okay with going to dinner with him. At that time, you never called Uber or left. You went back to his place. Still haven't called Uber or left. Then when he make advancements, then you're shocked that he is because you're back at his place at 5 a.m. drinking a White Claw. He did everything what he tell you to do up to that point without him having a gun in front of your face or like crazy things. But, So yeah, guys, this is Alba Preach reaction video to the whole situation. I'm just reacting to it, reacting to Alba Preach, reacting to Myron, reacting to H3H podcast. So there's a lot of stuff happening here, but let's get straight into the video and have a good one. Then of course, guys, you can watch the full Alba Preach video. I know I'm starting at the 17:47 mark, I believe, and yeah, make sure you watch the podcast first, the 6-hour podcast with Fresh and Fit. Then, if you guys haven't watched this already, please go ahead and watch the Apple Preach video. I'm just reacting to everything, like, in a nutshell, basically. So,
in my head.
So this is the shit, right?
Yeah.
She's telling this story. The way she's narrating her thoughts.
Yeah.
Bitch, the other person across from you can't hear your thoughts.
No.
What did you actually say?
move myself in the middle.
So
there we go.
Like, as soon as he like makes that comment,
I move a little bit to the side,
and I say, I verbalized to him. I said, I don't want to have sex with you. He got very mad.
You have
he just got
Alba,
mad. Like he just like
and Preach.
He did like a little toddler thing.
Two right there. So I've got to be in between you
guys.
guys.
Goes on his phone, and he just like went silent. And I was like, okay, like and I changed back into the outfit that I had in the bathroom, and I came out. I gave him the merch back, and I say, okay, can you bring me home now? And he said, no, I parked my car already.
She should have.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order my Uber now. And he was like, okay. Like, just acting like a complete topic.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. If you're uncomfortable, the whole entire story, you're uncomfortable being with him in the first place. You feel like he forced it against your will. So what do you want a guy to drive you back home that you're scared of? What sense does it make that you just... You guys don't see how hypocritical that is? How it backfired her whole story? He's home at 5 a.m. in the morning. No, he's not going to... This is dumb.
It's not his duty to bring you back home. The entitlement on this is amazing.
You came to his place at 5 a.m., okay? Made the most mixed signals I've ever seen. And by all indications, it looked like you guys were going to fuck. Then you said no last minute. Okay, you want to leave? Okay, give me a ride. No. Why does he owe you that? No. You could say he's an asshole. You can say it's a douchey thing. We agree. Why is this a YouTube video?
And actually,
who gives a fuck if the man is douchey? Why is this a YouTube video? The reason why you're airing this out is to paint him as some kind of fucking predator. That's why you're doing this.
So
let's be honest. The reason
why
this is being framed this way, okay? This is a regular encounter where the dude's mad they're not getting laid and he says leave. Who cares? He was just a dick. You could have had some. You said no. He acted like it. Who cares?
That's normal. It happens all the time. This happens all the time, every single day.
When you actually verbalize the no, he stopped. Bruh. You have no story there. Bruh. That's not a story. Bruh. The minute, because every point that led up to this, you did everything that he asked you to do, and when you said no, he stopped. This ain't no story.
I order my own Uber. And I'm walking out and I'm like, oh, my Uber's coming. Like, can you walk me downstairs? Because I didn't know how to work this building. So he walks into the elevator, pushes the button, and walks away. Like, with no
Did you want a good night kiss? What is it?
That's what I'm saying.
What did you want? A shake of hand?
Can I just appreciate...
Wow.
Can I just appreciate... This guy made me uncomfortable. He made moves on me and I didn't want it. I didn't like any of it. And at the end, I was like, can you give me a ride?
Thank you! That's what I just said! Royalties, I just said that the whole entire time.
And I get into my Uber and like...
It backfired our whole story.
I kicked in, I started crying because I was like, I don't know what just happened, but I feel uncomfortable. And I that's where you could read the rest of the messages with my friend because I mentioned everything in there.
You started crying? Yeah. I don't blame you. That whole thing is really traumatic, and I'll tell you what.
Traumatic?
I actually didn't know how crazy this story gets at the end.
There's nothing crazy about the story. There's nothing crazy about the story.
It's alright. I just wanted to bring it more awareness.
I mean, wow. This is the thing that's really crazy is like if you're hanging out with somebody, you know, you don't always have to give someone a ride home. But what's messed up is they intentionally split you guys up, and then he took you all the way up to the studio. And then basically stranded you there. He's like, well, if you want to leave, you got to fucking...
Stranded her.
You could call Uber anytime. You could have... Just how she called an Uber, you know, at the, like right before he trying to, you know, have sex with her, she could have called Uber from like the restaurant. She could have called the Uber as soon as she got there at his place. There's so many other instances, like other situations that she could have, you know, called Uber, but she decided not to.
They just left. You could have done at the beginning what you ended up doing at the end.
Thank you.
Just calling
the Uber.
You chose to get in his car. You chose to go with him and get some food. You chose to then argue with him.
Thank you.
To make a point.
She making it sound like she made it sound like she was in the middle of boondocks, middle of like Mississippi somewhere where you get no reception, there's no Uber drivers. There's plenty, but you're in downtown freaking Miami. Stop.
Then you chose to go up to his apartment. At which point were you held against your will? At which point was someone pulling you anywhere? You wanted this. And now you want to sit there and be like, oh my God, these guys are so bad. You know what the problem is with this kind of stuff? Is when you guys use these kind of shady tactics to try to take people down or whatever the fuck it is, it just emboldens them. It emboldens them and emboldens their fan base because, like, look at these people trying to take him down with lies. They must be doing something right. And listen, these are absolutely nonsensical stories that these people are peddling. The fact that H3H3 is platforming this person and not even questioning any of the lies that they're saying is mad to me. It's crazy. And not only that, they're doing it for financial gain because they hate these guys. They'll just, hey man, you got a story on them? Let's go. You got to scrutinize this woman. Because what she's saying makes no sense. But anyways, anything you want to say?
Listen, lady. What you're doing right now is a disservice to real victims. That's what you're doing.
Thank you.
And every time they're going to tell their story, they're going to say the real shit that happened. People are not going to take them seriously because they're going to think about you.
Thank you.
Because you have a platform. It's already hard as a victim to come out and be like, this fucking shit happened to me. And then you pulled this shit off.
These kind of encounters, okay, where people get together, try to hook up, and one person does one, they just leave, happens every single day, all the time. It's nothing to post about. It's not a big deal. Sometimes two people think, listen, nobody can sit there that if they heard just the facts of the story, she was going to his place at 5 a.m., they've been talking, he made moves on her, he wanted to basically indicate to her that he wanted to hit it. She goes there. Nobody would be surprised if the dude made a move. And if you said, listen, she went there at 5 a.m. and she said no, and she's like, she just ended up leaving, people were like, I could see that happening. This is a regular thing. But they put this out there and they framed it this way because they know that they can make anything like this look awkward and uncomfortable and creepy and whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not a fan of stories, stuff like this. I think this is incredibly bad.
No.
And I think content creators have to be more responsible when they're platforming these people. Not to just do this whole fucking bullshit of like, believe women. No. Because guess what? People lie.
Men and women.
Men lie, women lie.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody
We all lie.
fucking
It's just
lies.
like, you can't. You gotta take the facts.
Don't just inherently believe.
We're saying wherever the facts are presented, then you make your decision based off of that, but not just one side of the story. Don't even hear the other story or even question the facts. Like, I know Ethan H3H3. Like, you heard what she was saying. It didn't match up, bro. Like, stop. You just had a personal vendetta against Myron Gaines and the Fresh and Fit crew, which okay, but this is not the right situation to come after them for. With false accusations, because this is some serious stuff. This is just the wrong way of doing it.
When it's gonna be your turn, and you be like, that's some bullshit. You're gonna wish some people actually had some scrutiny for the people who are accusing you.
You made me defend this dude.
No.
You made me
what we
defend.
defended was the principle. It's like, if you lie, you
I
lie.
think that's not it for the video. But what Preach is saying right there, made him defend those guys. He's referring to Fresh and Fit because Alvin and Preach, Fresh and Fit, they go at it with each other. They're not really friends. But it's just kind of funny how he said, "Yeah, you made me defend this guy." But it's true though, man. It's like you gotta protect people in this type of situation. You gotta support Myron Gaines because this could happen to any of us. It could happen to me. It could happen to any guys in our kingdom, right? It could happen to any of us. So when you see somebody's getting done wrong, you gotta talk about it. You gotta be like, no, that's not right. That's a lie. You gotta mention it. But yeah, royalties, what you guys think about this whole situation? I'm very curious. Please let me know in the comment section down below. And make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And until next time, catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.